What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the last, for now at least, car video on nootropics. So I want to talk about modified AACT stack. AACT stack is a pretty basic stack that I figured out worked for a lot of folks to kind of just like jolt their energy. I almost formulated a product with the AACT stack contents and called it gear. Just getting into gear. Because it basically does that kind of no matter where you're at. The basis of it is Alcar in about 300 milligrams, alpha GPC in somewhere around 150 milligrams, well 75 to 150 milligrams, caffeine in 100 to 200 milligrams, and theanine in 100 to 200 milligrams. Just seems to be a really good flow state kind of inducing stack, energy inducing stack, focus inducing stack, working memory inducing stack, brain performance enhancement inducing stack. But there are some people who, and honestly, I know this sounds crazy, but, only really a small fraction of the folks, excuse me, I'm like hiccup central over here, that take the AACT stack or have tried it, say that, yeah, they're getting some benefit, but it's not like some substantial thing like I'm making it out to be. And I'm only making it out to be that way because I respond that way to it. And a lot of other people that I've given the stack to or suggested the stack to respond that way to it. So their contention is like, maybe you should intensify the stack. Is there a way to intensify the stack? And so there definitely is, but here are a couple additions and caveats and things that I would say in suggesting trying to modify the AACT stack. So the first thing is take the Alcar up. So if it's not doing you quite well, so first of all, if you're not getting lethargy or any kind of tiredness or cholinergic sensitivity or overload symptoms, then you can take the Alcar up. That's the first thing to take up. You don't necessarily want to modify the alpha GPC dose from 75 to 150 milligrams. You probably want to keep that the way that it is. But at 300 milligrams of Alcar, if that stack is not making you feel pretty awesome, you can take that to 500. You can take that to 700. Max, probably about 900. Titrate in those increments and kind of just see where you're at. The alpha GPC should stay the same. It all depends. I mean, the range as I've developed the stack and figured out how people respond to it is 75 milligrams to 150 milligrams. So if you're somebody that, takes it in 75 milligrams, the alpha GPC, you've taken your Alcar up to like 500 milligrams or something, and it's still affecting you well, but not affecting you the way that it could affect you, then yes, you could take the GPC up to like 100 or 120 or 130. I'd probably stop right there. The caffeine, that is a variable in this situation. People respond differently to caffeine. I mean, some folks respond super positively to caffeine. Other folks who have like even mild adrenal hormone output deficiency issues will respond very poorly to caffeine. And so it all really depends. So, I mean, the next thing to change would be to bring the caffeine up. It's 100 to 200 milligrams, but if you must go to 250, that's totally fine. If you're one of those people that responds super well to caffeine, which some people do, like it doesn't make you urinate out all your salt or water or whatever because it's a diuretic, then that's fine. Some people just have very, very strong adrenal hormones, which mediate that, and can tolerate a lot of caffeine. That's fine, and they don't get anxiety or anything, other things that caffeine might negatively mess with. Bring the caffeine up 50 milligrams, maybe even 100 milligrams, and that's really what we're talking about when people get like triple espresso shots in a regular coffee and then have a second coffee an hour or so later, which a lot of people do, especially executives. As far as the theanine goes, I don't really see that. I haven't really seen that in experimenting with people on titrating the doses in this particular stack being much of a variable, with the exception of perhaps having to lower it. So if you're taking the stack and you could feel a little better, but you're not getting any anxiety, then lower the theanine dose, especially if it's high at 200, which is the high end of the dose range, to like 150, and then maybe 100. Like you have to kind of keep trying in succession doses in 50 or so milligram increments with a lot of this stuff, but especially the theanine, to get where you want to be in terms of functionality. The last thing that I would suggest, though, for people that are taking the AACT stack in its regular doses and have upped the Alcar particularly and left everything else the same, is just to add 100 milligrams of theacrine to the stack. For some people like me, and for a lot of other folks that we've suggested it to, they don't need that. It's a perfect as it is, as its regular template at livecortex.com/blog, just go to the bottom of the footer and search for AACT stack, or search AACT stack, AACT nootropic stack, like on Google. You'll find it right away. That's the perfect doses for them. But if they are not responding particularly awesome to it, but they're getting a degree of benefit from it and they like it, but there could be more and they're not getting anxiety, then adding theacrine solves the problem. Basically turns the stack into how I respond to it and how other people that respond to it really well respond to it, okay? So I hope that's been helpful. That's a stack that I figured out a long time ago in the, for a while, it was probably about a year. It was during the Cortex nootropic stack formulation process where I was like, man, if I could just figure out, I was into this kick of like figuring out stacks that are pretty modestly doses, but that synergize so well together, they get you like a substantial brain performance benefit and a stimulation benefit. That's when the AACT stack came about, and those modifications are great for people that aren't responding the way that I would, or a lot of other people respond to the AACT stack. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, Cortex stack right now, flash sale continued through the rest of, well, Labor Day, I guess. So, in other words, Tuesday, let's just say 9 a.m. Eastern time, Tuesday. Flash sale goes away right now. Coupon code 7 gets you Cortex for $25. You can buy a bottle of Cortex for $25 right now. Just use the coupon code 7. Smarter, Better, Faster, always $20. Super easy, digital, downloadable. Teaches you everything about nootropics. Nootropics starter pack gets you Cortex plus Smarter, Better, Faster. Great package deal. We just launched the Nootropics Starter Pack Pro, which is essentially an elite level nootropics package for people that are where they are nootropics, maybe not particularly seasoned, wanting to take their nootropics usage and understanding to the next level. Get you a bottle of Cortex, Smarter, Better, Faster, stack list, the Racetam Guide, and a consult with me, 40-minute consult with me. Best part about it, $89.99, as cheap as it gets. The value is somewhere around $200. Nootropics Starter Pack Pro. Get that at livecortex.com. And then lastly, if you are a man and you want to boost testosterone, because it is necessary for you to feel like a man, for you to be a man, for you to wake up motivated, for you to be energized, for you to have libido, sex drive, erection quality, all those things are testosterone. There's really nothing else that mediates that. I mean, of course, dopamine in terms of motivation, but largely the difference it makes in your brain and body when you have high test is substantial. It will change your life. Sorry, I'm sounding hyperbolic. It's actually true, though. We have a protocol for it. It's called the Viking Testosterone Protocol, and you can get that at livecortex.com right now. $140 even. livecortex.com for nootropic products, male performance enhancement products. Thanks so much for watching. Content and podcasts to come this week. And we'll talk to you next time.